You know, they say money can't buy happiness, but it sure can buy a racing horse and a jockey's outfit that's 2 sizes too small. Now picture this. A well-heeled gentleman, known for his deep pockets and deeper love for horse racing, found himself on the losing side of a rather audacious bet. The stakes? He'd have to swap his tailored suit for a jockey's outfit and race his own horse. And what a sight it was. The jockey's outfit, clinging to him like a second skin, was a comedic spectacle in itself. But the man, ever so stubborn, insisted on adding his personal touch to the ensemble. A top hat, yes, a top hat on a racetrack. He nearly tumbled off his steed more times than one could count, each time holding onto his precious hat. So there he was, a billionaire in a top hat, on a horse, racing against professional jockeys. I bet his horse was just as embarrassed as he was. Speaking of horses and embarrassment, have you heard the one about the millionaire who bet $1 million on the wrong horse? Imagine this. A fabulously wealthy individual, let's call him Richie Rich, aiming to dazzle his high society pals, decides to place a whopping $1 million bet on a horse. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation, the stakes are high, and Richie's friends are positively agog with excitement. But then, in a twist that would have any comedy writer chortling with glee, Richie accidentally places his bet on the wrong horse. The horse he picked was not the sleek, sure-footed stallion he intended, but instead a plodding, well past its prime old nag. And the moment Richie realizes his $1 million gaffe, priceless! His face turned whiter than the racing silks on his supposed champion. His friends, once green with envy, now roared with laughter at the costly mix-up. So, the moral of the story is, if you're going to bet $1 million, at least make sure you're betting on the right horse. Or better yet, just buy your own racehorse. It might be cheaper. But it's not always about the money, sometimes it's just about the thrill of the race and the ridiculous bets that go with it. Let's rewind to a not-so-distant past when a group of well-heeled friends decided to spice up their horse racing rendezvous. Instead of simply wagering on which horse would cross the finish line first, they upped the ante with some truly outrageous bets. Not your average wagers, mind you. We're talking about stakes that would make even the most audacious of us blush. Picture this. The loser of one bet had to don a horse costume and parade around at the ensuing race. Another unfortunate soul found himself crooning the national anthem, not in a tuxedo, but in a full-blown chicken suit. And that's why, at the next race, you might see a billionaire singing the national anthem in a chicken suit. Because when it comes to horse racing, the real winners are the ones having the most fun. Or the ones with the most ridiculous bets.